Thank you for your wonderful introduction, sir. Thank you so much. Unity in diversity is the basic principle of India. It is based on the concept where individual has variation in physical qualities, skin color, caste, breed, culture, and religious tradition are not seen as a dispute. Rather, these differences are viewed upon as varieties that improve the society and the nation as a whole. Good morning to everyone. It is happy to meet all of you once again through the Zoom. Be blessed by the divine. Kumarensan sir, I'm not able to move the next screen.
No, it should be able to. There's no control. You just hit it.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. No.
So today I had chosen a topic, unity in diversity. You may wonder how this relates to our Vedantrium principles. Let's see. Why men differ? It's $1 million question in everyone's mind. Did Maharishi has given answer for this question? Yes. Maharishi has given people differ from each other on account of 7 values. And also he had explained the 16 reasons for differences among the people. That's what we are going to discuss today. Human Genetics Center contains the records of the entire history of evolution besides the structure, skills, and knowledge acquired by the thousands of generations that spanned millions of years. Human knowledge and skills keep expanding, yet man alone amongst all the creatures reveals the greatest disparity in his habits and appearance. Human culture also evolved on the basis of the transformation undergone by nature. Differences in appearance, habits, customs are seen among us the people all over the world, with no two individuals being exactly alike anywhere. Let's think a minute. In what basis we are all differing? In what are all the ways we are differing from each other's? Maharishi has given the differences are normally with regards to 7 values. They are physical structure, character, knowledge, fame, strength, health, and wealth. Brothers or twins may have same structure. They need not to have the same character. If they have same structure and character, they may vary in their level of knowledge, or their fame, strength, health, or wealth may vary. We could have seen the children born and brought up in the same family have different health conditions. Grandfather is leading a healthy life at the age of 70, whereas son or a daughter suffering in diabetics or heart problems at the age of 40s. It is also important to know the reasons behind the 7 values. So that's why the Maharishi has given what is the reasons behind the 7 values, 7 differences to help us to overcome bias, change what can possible to be changed, and accept the others as it is. Let's see the 16 reasons given by Maharishi in detail. The first one is heredity. Even though more than 1 billion people live on the earth, no two are alike. Even twins are identical in appearance, differ in the characters and skills we have seen. For example, if you take all the fruits on the tree are not alike. They differ in size, some being sweets, depending on the quality of the light and the air they had received. Further, if you see, children born to the same parents at different times vary on the account of the changes in the mental and physical health of the parents and the position of the stars and the planets during the formation and the growth of the child. Heredity plays an important part in the life of a child. One of the Tamil saint poet Patinatha said, the body is the product of sin imprints. A child commences his life with the imprint based on to him by his parents. It forms his capital of life. Our tiny seed contains the blueprint of an entire tree within it. If you see a small seed, are you able to identify is it what it's going to come out, including its shape and the qualities which manifest as the tree sprouts and grows? In the same way, the imprints occurred by the million of humans as well as the bees before them are contained in the genetic center of every individual to manifest in keeping with the needs and circumstances. The second, food. Our physical health, growth, strength, and knowledge depend on the quality and quantity of the food we have been eating from childhood. As we know, food transforms into physical body and helps it grows and remains healthy. And very important to know, measure and method in food habits is important. Overeating causes the food to digest the body instead of the other way around. The kind of food which you eat makes the difference in our body and mind also. Sattvic food promotes a good and noble thought, so we are to take it regularly in our food habits. The qualities of the individuals are also reflected in the food, making it appealing or repulsing on the reason why the food prepared by one's mother always tastes the best. You could have experienced your husband saying, it is not like mother's preparation. We may get irritated sometimes, but that's the truth. Even sometimes we feel the same. However we prepare, it is not same like my mother's preparation. Food served with the love varies greatly from the one served by the commercial establishments like a hotels or a canteens. The next comes here as an historical age. It is also plays a significant role in the difference of men. Knowledge has progressed in keeping with the timing and requirements. The few topics I studied in college, presently the grade 12 students are studying, is generally subject taught in the colleges and universities earlier or being taught in the schools now. What we learned or know in 25 years, now a 10-year boy does today. We have to accept the fact. If you're buying a new phone or any electronic gadgets, our children knows better than us. Knowledge keeps progressing with each generation being in possessions of information for more than what they earlier once did. Knowledge grows in leaps and bounds. The next generation is always smarter than the previous one. It is clearly shows that the people differ in the qualities in keeping with the age they are living. The next comes your country and its ecological qualities. Yes, every country comprises of an extent of land with its own resources and habitats, correct? The country of its origin of an individual can often to summarize from its physical features and appearance, which are molded by climate, environment, and food habits of the people. That's why we identify the people in a first look. Yeah, they are from Kerala, they are from Tamil Nadu, they are from Gujarat, they are Indonesians, Chinese. How we are differing in a first look without interact with them or before itself, we are able to identify. And the changes which have taken place over many generations are imprinted in their genetic center and form one of the reasons for the differences among men. Besides, people living in a country or a place are often guided by the words of the wise men who live there. Next, education. If you think about education, it has classified as two. One is a cultural education and the other one is an academic learning. Cultural education, ideal for people to live in groups and in harmony, was born of this. And the knowledge was passed on from parent to child from the benefit of all. For example, experience teaches us eat certain things and avoid some of the others. The knowledge acquired through one's experience was shared with the others and formed the basis of cultural education, which was often imparted without the benefit of any written words or any written documents. So, if you have seen from some families, the children never waste their food. They take only the food what they need. Even the adults will take only the food what they need. It is taught from their generation by generation. It was like a habit of their family. And some children, even if you see an adult also, if someone comes to their house, like a elders comes to their house, they touch the feet of the elders and get blessings immediately. This all are coming under the cultural education which is passed by the parents to the next generation. The noble qualities acquired by a person from his parents and the society make him different from the others. Next year, academic learning is also plays a very important role. It also makes the difference in their lives. Academic learning means it consists of acquiring the skills to read, write, or communicate with others through some medium of language, correct? It is also consists of to work, to learning to trade or other skills, essential for us to survival from in the society. So it is imported from the schools and the colleges. So individuals vary on the basis of their academic qualifications also. We may say he is a well-educated. Next goes your work. Everyone has to work or do something for survival, which results in changes in the body and as well as in their mind. People who perform physical labor differ from those who work from behind a desk or a table. Work also has a bearing on the physical and mental qualities and economical status and the individual. Next goes policy of the government. We may wonder, is it policy of the government also makes the difference? Yes. Government vary in accordance with the country and its laws, correct? It's maybe democracy, communism, socialism, dictatorships, or some of the forms of governance. And this lives of the people vary according to their governments. It's when we are living in the place, we have to follow the rules and regulations of that particular country and obey the same. Next goes to art. According to Maharishi, art consists of the ability to admire the beauty in nature and replicate it for the benefit of the others. That's how the art is formed. To express whatever the person has seen, suppose an ancient man has seen a peacock. He want to explain how the peacock looks to the others. He started drawing. So that's how the forms of arts are started. Art has 64 forms, and every individual may be good at one or more than of them, which help mold his qualities and characters. For example, if you see, painters are able to remain focused for a long time, whereas a common man cannot. A musician differs from a dancer who may be fit and in good shape. Poets are imaginative and capable of expressing themselves in a beautiful words. A person who practices the set of our Manavalakalai differ from the others in their thoughts, words, and deeds. Next, efforts. Effort and hard work construct the bridge that connects your dreams to the reality. Efforts go a long way in elevating the pain of existence. Nature is perfect, but human deeds are often flawed. Every individual has its within to understand the laws of nature and life, but efforts are often lagging, being restricted to the immediate needs. Even the giraffe was able to extend its neck only through the concentrated effort made over the generation to reach the leaves growing on the top of the trees. The five senses are also the outcome of the efforts made by the living beings over the generation. Human efforts have made space travel and computer possible today, and men differ on account of their endeavors. No one succeeds without effort. So we have to put our efforts in a right way. Next, the physical age. Physical age is also a factor for differences among the men. People differ according to the ages. Childhood, youth, 40 years, 60 years, or 80 years are all stages in the life of a person. When we are 5 years old, we get scared of a ghost or a dog. But in 20s and 40s, we are not scared of dog or ghost. We are scared of humans. If you do one small sound like this in front of the baby, it starts smiling and laughing and enjoying that moment. But if you do the same in front of a 10-year-old boy, he will look at you as very strange. So the knowledge gained by a person, as well as his physical and mental development, is often in keeping with his age. One of the reasons for the differences between the people. A person, as according to Maharishi, a person has to achieve all he wants economically, spiritually, or even politically by the age of 40, after which his physical and mental capabilities begin to decline, and his efforts may be in vain. Next, very important goes here is friendship. Friendship is a priceless and a valuable thing that can make or spoil the life of an individual. Friendship is a sentimental that brings people together, ready to even sacrifice for the sake of one another. Same way, friends and friendship can make or break a person. It can elevate him to a glorious height or push him into the depth of poverty. May have risen to great heights with the help of their friends. Others have sunk to the glorious, inglorious depths also because of their friends. Even I have seen this one in my hometown. One of our neighbor in my hometown, they have two sons. Parents are well disciplined, given good culture. They brought up both of the children in the same way. Even both of them studied in the same school and college. Now the elder one is in a good position and leading a wonderful life, whereas the younger one got some wrong friends in the college, started smoking and drinking and spoiling his life as well as the peacefulness of the family. There is a famous phrase we know: tell me who your friends are, and I will tell who you are. It's how true it is. Next goes their opportunity. Even we have everything. If we are not getting a correct opportunity, we will not able to attain a fame or a success. Success is where preparation and opportunity meets. Opportunity very often plays an important part in the fame, glory, and wealth achieved by a person, giving credence to the statement at the right place at the right moment. Even opportunity never comes twice. The same opportunity may not present itself to two different persons also. It is therefore important to make use of the every opportunities wisely. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Next year comes research. Research means you're essential for the growth of knowledge. Research consists of information, confirmation, and transformation. So, hearing scientific or philosophical truth from the voice is information. We are getting some information. Analyzing them for authenticity is confirmation. The changes brought about through analysis and confirmation is transformation. If you see, we are teaching everything in the same way to all. We are listening, but how we are analyzing the concept and how we are implementing the concepts in our life, it varies a person to person. The ability to accept information, conform it, and bring about transformations varies from person to person. It is also making a big difference in their lives. Next goes habits. we first make our habits and then our habits makes us. Habits are the results of imprints born on sensory feelings and not easy to be rid of. Men differ on account of its habits also. Bad habits have to be overcome and good ones to be cultivated. Next here goes customs. Customs is nothing but the sentimental feelings of the society. The customs are the rules that have been accepted by the society. Every society has its own practices and rituals. Customs vary and people differ according to it also. For example, the man or a woman born and brought up in a village may differ in his dressings and the way he behaves with the others from the one who born and brought up in the city life. Similarly, if you see, South Indian customs are different from the North India. I have wondered, so in South India, the marriages is happening in the early mornings that we call it as Subha Muhurt, 6 to 7:30 or 7 to 7:30 to 9 like that. Whereas if you see in North India, the marriages are happening in the evenings. We have to learn, give respect to the sentimental feelings of the other society. That is very important to live in unity. Next here goes a moral behavior. Morality is not harming oneself or the others physically or mentally, immediately or subsequently through thoughts, words, and or deeds. It is very important to lead a virtuous life without harming any living thing, which paves the way for a harmonious existence. Only morality in our actions can give beauty and dignity to our life. We had seen these 7 values, and the reasons for that 7 values change in accordance with the qualities of the genetic center and variation in the 16 reasons. When this fact is understood fully, the reason behind the differences between ourselves and others become evident. Changes can be introduced wherever possible, but the remaining has to be accepted as it is. For an example, a person who is not very tall on account of the fact that parents are short has to accept gradually. Physical exercise may help him to grow 1 inch or 2 inch, but he cannot expect to grow very tall. Once he begins to accept this, life becomes easier. The qualities acquired through heredity from the parents and grandparents cannot be changed totally, but changes can be brought about to a certain extent through virtuous deeds. The consequences of all actions are passed on to our children in the form of Chandida Karma. As a parent, it is important to us to realize this fact. It is also important to respect one's fellow beings and live in harmony with them, even in the face of differences. Individuals differ in every possible way, or in fact, brothers having the originated from a common ancestors millions of years ago. The divine state itself has transformed into a man with a sixth sense, having gone through stages as a formative dust, energy particle, Panchabhutas, and the living beings with sense organs from 1 to 5. When the presence of the divine state in every man becomes evident, the need to harm or hurt the others vanishes, because hurting anyone is to harming the divine. Self-realization does away with the desire to harm the others. I would like to conclude the speech with the principle of Advaita. The one has transformed into the many. Give respect to the one. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine.